Welcome to today's book. So today's book is not a story, this is an information book. So we would say it is a non-fiction book. It's called What Jobs Could You Do? So in the future, when you are grown up, long way away, I know, you're still very small, you will get a job, a career, something that you will spend a lot of time doing, because when you're a grown up, you spend a lot of time doing your job. And hopefully it will be something that you enjoy. It's really important that you try and find something that you enjoy. Now, everything that at the moment you are learning and that you are doing, from things that you learn in school to hobbies, activities that you do outside of school, interests that you have, all of that will help shape you and help you decide maybe one day what you're going to do as a job, because those interests that you have and those things that you learn, they will lead into what you're going to do. So if you find that you particularly like a certain area of learning, that will lead you into specific jobs. We're going to learn about them. If you like to be really hands-on, that might lead you into a different kind of job. If you like to be outside, again, different kinds of jobs will appeal. There are so many jobs in the world, children. It is a wide, wide world, and it's really important that you think about what makes you happy, what interests you, and that you follow those interests and find something that you're going to spend a lot of time doing it, and that you find something that's going to help you have happy days, happy days every day doing something interesting. So pick the things you enjoy doing and find your perfect job. This is by Catherine Barr and Anna Gomez. Now, on the back, on the blurb, got my tongue in a tangle there. It says, do you love to get messy? Do you want to solve mysteries? Do you enjoy helping people? Or do you just love to be in charge? Follow your imagination to discover lots of exciting jobs you could do, from spy to astronaut and guide dog trainer to Prime Minister. Ooh, let's get started. So, here we go, lots of children trotting along here. Look like they're very engaged in some exciting activities there. So, what makes you happy? Do you enjoy getting mucky, hands-on, getting into those hands-on experiments and learning and getting into the dirt and the squishy stuff? Do you love helping people? There's lots of different ways to help people. Do you like getting lost in a book? Imaginary worlds. Do you like the challenge of fixing things? Ooh, it's like puzzling it out, working out how things work and then putting them back together. Do you love being noisy? Lots of lovely music here. Or do you prefer to be quiet? Knowing what makes you happy will one day help you find jobs you love. Let's discover who you could become. So, do you want to make things? You could be a set designer. This set designer makes scenery in a theatre. So a theatre where you go to see shows, actors perform, they tell you stories and spirit you away to different worlds with their amazing storytelling. And all that takes work. It's not just the actors, it's the people who write the plays, it's the people who design the sets that make the theatre look like something other than just a building. So set designers, very creative, make something look very interesting, okay? It's the same as for a film, you have people who design the sets, they make all the props and everything. So, a sculptor makes art out of all sorts of different materials. You can have a shoemaker, people make shoes. Many shoes are made in factories these days, but you have people who have it as a special craft. They make very beautiful, tend to be very expensive shoes. You could be a baker, baking lots of wonderful, yummy things, making people happy. A blacksmith bends and shapes things out of hot metal. What sort of things could you think of made of metal that might need to be made by a blacksmith? You could be a builder. A builder. We would be lost without builders. We all need builders. Otherwise we wouldn't have any homes or any places to go to school or any shops or any places to go to any other jobs in. Builders are essential. You could be a milliner. They design and make hats. Oh, very fancy hats. You could be a carpenter. They make things out of wood. We use lots of things made out of wood. For example, a table. Do you want to be loud? You could be a drummer. You could be an opera singer. You could be a pyrotechnician. That's the person in charge of making the fireworks work at a firework display. Or do you prefer to be quiet? You could be a librarian working in the library, helping people find their books and different information. You could be a sleep scientist. They study people snoozing to find out about sleep. They're a special kind of scientist. They learn more about our sleep and how it affects us. You could be a yoga teacher, helping people stay calm and feel better and healthier. And more flexible, flexi-bendy. Shh! This wildlife photographer is hiding to snap animals in secret. You could be a photographer. You could travel all over the world taking amazing photos. But if you're going to be taking amazing photos of things like animals in their natural habitat, you have to be very quiet so you don't disturb them. Otherwise, they'll run away and you won't get an amazing photo. Do you want to get messy? This vet gets muddy as he cares for a cow on a farm. You could be a gardener, helping things grow. Lots of different ways to be a gardener. Okay? You can garden in your own home, of course, but you can also do it as a job. You could be a worm farmer. Ooh, worms are essential to us and life on Earth. You could be a clown. You could be a cross-country runner, so a professional athlete, getting muddy. Or you could do that as an extra, fun thing on the side. You could be a potter. Potters make things by skillfully spinning clay. They make pots like that and they spin it around on a wheel. But it is a bit messy. You could be a plumber. Without plumbers, we wouldn't have any working sinks or baths or showers or toilets or many other things. They are very important. Always need a plumber. Do you want to be in charge of things? You could be a pilot, in charge of planes and flying people all over the world. You could be a police officer, taking care of people, making sure those criminals aren't being criminals and capturing them if they are. You could be the Prime Minister, maybe. There aren't many people who get to be the Prime Minister, but you could be one. The Prime Minister makes decisions that affect everyone's lives. Okay, they are the person in charge of running the country, with help, of course. You could be a film director. Film directors, they are in charge of making films, okay? So all those lovely films that you watch and enjoy watching, they needed to have a director decide how that film would be put together. You could be a teacher. Yes, we do like to be in charge of things. It's true. You would be lost without us because you would not have an education. You could be a conductor. Tra-la-la-la-la. A conductor here is in charge of an orchestra. So lots of people playing instruments to make beautiful music. Now, what about if you want to solve mysteries? A botanist investigates the secrets of plants. So we've been learning a bit about plants. You can learn more about plants. There's so much to learn about plants. So that's what a botanist does. You could be a forensic scientist. They examine the evidence to help solve crimes. So if there have been crimes, the forensic scientists come along and they look at it and they think, this is here and there's a fingerprint here and this tells us this. They're very clever. You could be an archaeologist, finding out about the past, about history and prehistory, digging things up and learning from it. And then things go into museums and they write books and all that kind of thing. And then we can all learn from what they've discovered. You could even be a cryptologist. They unravel secret computer codes. Oh my goodness. Figuring out lots of things from the computer. So, wow. Lots of exciting things there. Now, we're going to pause and come back in a second video. Hope you're enjoying it so far. Maybe you've got some ideas for the future.